guys, my name is Lizzie, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about Paranormal Activity 2. So, if you're wondering, yes, I have already reviewed the first Paranormal Activity. There should be a link up above me as well as in the description so that you can check that out if you have not. Now, if you don't know, Paranormal Activity is a film that came out in 2010. It focuses on the Ray's family who, after coming home one day to find the house in disarray, but with no signs of forced entry or robbery, they install a video surveillance system to catch the predators. But nothing prepares them for what happens next. So a little information about me in case you are new to my channel. I am not the biggest fan of found footage films or paranormal films, which the Paranormal Activity series is of course both. So going into this, I didn't have high expectations, and especially given the fact that I didn't really enjoy the first one all that much. But I was pleasantly surprised by this film. Now, I may have found a new respect for the world of paranormal after going to the Zach Baggins Museum. Link to that somewhere. And that definitely could have affected my feelings about this film. But I actually ended up really enjoying this one. It was definitely one that kind of kept me on the edge of the couch. But I do think a part of that is the fact that the beginning of this film, especially with the scene where they come home and their house is ransacked, but nothing's been taken, that kind of starts the film feeling a little bit more like a home invasion film and less like a paranormal film. So sitting there watching this, I definitely got more of those type of vibes. You're watching it through two lenses. You're watching it through the lens of the surveillance camera as well as the handheld that their daughter is recording on. Sorry if the light changed at all. It got like, cloudy outside. And so having it have not just the handheld like a lot of kind of found footage films do, you have two points of view, and I think having the surveillance footage definitely added to that kind of potential home invasion film feel, which of course it isn't, but it definitely felt like that through a big chunk of this film, and I think that might have been what kind of kept me on the edge of my seat, was that feeling and less of the paranormal aspect of it, because as you progress towards the more paranormal stuff, the more like, okay, it's obvious that it's something else doing this, it kind of lost it a little for me, because like I said, just not a big fan of paranormal films in general, and it's not to say that those scenes weren't good or weren't intense, it just, towards the end of this film, kind of lost it for me. I really more performed the kind of slow aspect of it, which I feel like is also very different for me. But I mean, the film wasn't completely ruined for me. You know, I kind of knew what I was getting into, having already seen the first one. You know, I kind of know the style of these films, so I did still, in total, enjoy it. I really liked the actors in this film. I thought everyone did a really good job. I also really liked the dynamic between the sisters. I myself am the youngest of two sisters, and we are very close. My sister is one of my best friends, so I love that kind of dynamic between them, and I really felt that. I will say a big issue within this film that I did have was the mention of the Micah character's death. So you're introduced to Micah, who is Katie, the sister of the one who all this is happening to, Katie's husband, and they right off the bat tell you that he is going to die, and then they don't really address it again until after his death. Basically, he dies, and then they tell you that he died, and then show you what happens the days after that, and leading to the end of the events, basically. And it just kind of bothered me that you don't really see like what happens to him. I mean, you kind of know, I mean, you know who did it, obviously, but you don't, they mention it and then there's no other real information about it until after he dies. And I get that, like, him and Katie, they're not the main focus of this film. It's Christy's story. But it was just kind of weird to me that they would like include that so early on in the film and then not really give you much detail or much follow-up with it until obviously after his death. Which I guess is supposed to leave a bit of mystery and maybe make it a little more scary because you don't know exactly what happened to him. You see him and Katie being like this cute, happy couple. He bought his own camera. And then there's nothing after that. As far as them. So maybe it's just supposed to be the mystery of it all. I'm not sure. But like I said, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this one, and it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat. And I think I will continue to review the rest of the Paranormal Activity films. I'm not sure how many there are. But let me know what you guys think of the second one in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this review, please do give a big old thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button for more horror-related content. And before I go, a quick shout out to my Patreons. I want to thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. If you want to know the perks to being a Patreon, links are in the description below along with all of my social media. And I'll see you guys later with another video.